What happened immediately when I came to Vancouver is I started editing music videos, and what happened was I met this gentleman by the name of Gary Blair Smith, who was a producer and a filmmaker, and it was also the bass player in a band called Images in Vogue, which was kind of the precursor to Skinny Puppy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Images was like a new romantic kind of, I guess, synth band from the 80s, and Kevin Crompton from Skinny Puppy was the drummer. So Gary had started his own little film company, and I started working with him, and he introduced me to Ogre and Skinny Puppy, and that would have been during the Too Dark Park era.
Okay, yep.
And so that's like way back when, 1990. So I started working. Ogre and I met, and we hit it off immediately, and we created the tour film for Too Dark Park, and worked with a bunch of people. A director named Jim Van Bever.
I'm gonna get there. I love Jim Van Bever.
Okay, yeah. So he directed the music video for that Spasmolytic. I cut it, and then Ogre and Gary and I, the three of us, and Ogre's girlfriend Cyan as well. We all got together late at night in the studio that I worked in, and we made the whole tour film for Too Dark Park. And that was the beginning of really everything at that point. The relationship with Skinny Puppy, with Ogre specifically, and it all kind of blossomed from there. I did two tour films. The first one was 1990, I think it was, that we did Too Dark Park, which was actually projected on film, but we created the whole thing on video and then transferred it to film.
Oh, okay.
And Gary Smith went on the road with Skinny Puppy. I wasn't on that tour myself, and used an actual film projector to project that. And then the next tour that we did was Last Rites, and that was 93, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that was really a lot more elaborate. We got into kind of like VR stuff, and a lot of things that back in the day at that time just didn't really exist. So we created all these mechanisms for, like, we had this thing that was a helmet that was based on Videodrome.
Okay.
The old movie Videodrome, and
James
where
Woods.
Yeah, exactly, and it had handles on it. And Ogre would go up into the helmet, and he would be tortured, and it was all timed, backstage, and we had the whole show, it was like time code based, and Ken Marshall, who's the engineer for Skinny Puppy, and still works with us all, these days. Also, the two of us ran the whole show from backstage, and we had like lights inside the helmet, and to cue Ogre to go into the helmet, you would pop in, and then the stuff that he'd pop up on the screen at the same time, and it would be him getting tortured inside the helmet and things like that. And that was probably the biggest Skinny Puppy tour. We had Shoko, the guys from Shoko, who had just finished Steel Wheels with the Rolling Stones doing sound for us, so we carried our sound. And that was the biggest tour that I was on. It was like, like much bigger venues, everything was sold out all the time, and there was a lot of production involved in that. And that was when I released Killing Game, and it went on MTV, yeah.
Okay. And you said that was the 93 tour?
I think it was 93, yeah. I'm really bad with dates, just so you know.
No problem.
Yeah.
I think they're catching up on some of that Nine Inch Nails drop off.
Oh, well, I've met Trent. He's actually a super nice guy. And I really like, and Alessandro Cortini, who's this keyboard guitar player as well, is a friend of mine. I love the creativity of Trent and what he's done. At the time, yeah, we used to call him the impersonator, but there was a lot of people that riffed off Ogre, and I think Trent's been pretty vocal about the fact that he was a big influence,